Oh, with all of this snow, we have more school bus cancellations to tell you about this hour. Starting off with Oxford, Elgin, and Middlesex and the red zones there for Western Ontario student transportation. They are canceled. Upper Canada District School Board also canceled, as well as Simcoe County North Zone. Huron Perth corridor cancellations. Those are zones 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in Chatham, Kent, and Sarnia-Lambton, as well as West Nipissing. Buses are canceled there. Of course, we'll keep you up to date with the cancellations throughout the morning. As for Toronto, well, there are no cancellations in Toronto to tell you about when it comes to the Toronto District School Board or the Catholic Board, but there are some delays in the city. Some schools are reporting a 10 to 20-minute wait for buses, so keep that in mind if you need to put your kids on a bus. Now, Southern Ontario, of course, getting hit with a lot of snow overnight. Toronto seeing roughly 8 centimeters of snow as an Alberta clipper moves through the area. Now, snow plows and salters were out overnight getting streets and parking lots ready for the morning. 5 to 10 centimeters were expected overnight, but some areas could see up to 15. Much of Southern Ontario remains under a special weather statement. Some areas near Lake Huron also under a snow squall watch. And a reminder from Pearson Airport to check your flights. At least 70 flights in and out of the airport have been canceled this morning due to the weather. And we also have a live look right now at the East Collision Reporting Center in Scarborough. That's near Lawrence and Birchmount. There have been a number of collisions out on the roads this morning. Several jackknife tractor trailers, at least 10 overnight, according to the OPP. Currently, there was a tractor trailer that was blocking all westbound lanes of the 401 at Vic Park. Looks like that has cleared up. This is quiet right now here, but it's expected to get a lot busier throughout the morning rush. Thankfully, so far, no one has been seriously injured. Well, relatives of several seniors murdered by former nurse Elizabeth Wetlaufer are seeking legal standing at the upcoming public inquiry into the case. Now, requests for standing will be heard today and tomorrow at the courthouse in St. Thomas. There were about 4 dozen applicants, including healthcare unions and long-term care homes. Having status at the inquiry gives participants the right to call and question witnesses. The 50-year-old serial killer murdered 8 elderly long-term care residents in Ontario from 2007 to 2016. 6 others were injured. As many as 815,000 Uber riders and drivers may have been affected by a worldwide data breach. Monday's disclosure by Uber Canada came the same day the Federal Privacy Commissioner said it had opened a formal investigation into the data breach, which saw the theft of information from some 57 million Uber accounts globally in Ontario this last year. Uber said the information taken includes names, email addresses, and mobile phone numbers. Now, the massive Thomas fire is now the 5th largest ever in California history. 4,000 firefighters are battling the blaze, which is now in its 2nd week. The wildfire has grown to more than 90,000 hectares, an area about 1.5 times the size of Toronto. It's about 20% contained right now, and officials are expressing hope that conditions are becoming more favorable. It's one of 6 major fires burning in the state, and they have already destroyed more than 1,000 structures, with 18,000 more still threatened. 1 death has been attributed to the Thomas fire.